Greetings, YouTube. It's been a long time coming. Time for an update on some watches. So people who are new that are getting into watches and wanting to start collecting, I'm going to explain my reason why these are my main three watches. So people who are already watch collectors and spend hundreds and hundreds of dollars, this video is obviously not you. It's not for you. This is for the new person and my method of why I have these models and what I've done to them and where I'm going from here. So very basic introduction. I'm going to start with this one. This one is a very cheap Casio. This is the one that I wear strictly for working out in. I got this one and then did a strap mod so that it has the NATO strap, which I'll explain later. This one is a Casio Duro. This one is more so like my dress watch. I will wear that whenever I'm trying to get dressed up and get cleaned up. It's a little bit bigger than I prefer, but it's a very good watch for the money. And then this last one is my daily beater. That last one is a VOSTOK, and it is a Russian military-inspired dive watch. I wear that one daily. So what you may notice is that all three of these have the same type of strap. They all have NATO straps. This one was modified to take a NATO strap because that's the strap that I prefer. It had a very cheap resin strap on it. I got rid of it. Basically, I had to do some modifications to it, which I planned on doing in a later video. But if anyone's interested, they can comment down there and I will show how I modified that to accept a NATO strap. Now my main thing was that these two watches had the same size lug on them. So the distance between here and here with the spring bar, they're both the same. So I can switch the straps out very easily. So that's a big deal for me because if I have to wear something and I want my watch to look nice and I want it to match, I have a lot of other options to use, and I have quite a bit of straps, as you can see. So both of these watches can have any of those straps put on it. That was a big deal for me because I don't have 12 watches. I don't want 12 watches. I don't need them. Basically each one of these has a job and a function, and I keep them with that. So each of them has a job. I try to stick with it. The reason why the VOSTOK is my daily beater is because not only is it 200 meters, this one is 200 meters as well. I'll put the info in the description of the video so that you guys can do what you want with that. But the reason why this one is my daily beater is because this one is an automatic. So these two are quartz powered, so they're battery powered. This one is not. So I have to wear this one or I have to keep it wound in order for it to keep time. It is the most expensive of these, but I prefer this one mostly because I can get different parts for it too. So if something were to happen, I can always get more parts for it. But I really do. I love all of these watches for different reasons, but the VOSTOK I have come to embrace and love just the most. It's for it being automatic and for it being its own living, breathing entity of sorts, it is a very good timepiece. It actually holds time better than what I had expected. So the other thing is that this one has a water resistance of 100 meters. This one has a water resistance of 200 meters. And this one has a water resistance of 200 meters. For all of these being budget options, they're great because you don't really have to worry. You can shower with them if you need to. So for the new person who's going to get a new watch or is new to watches, these will all do basically what the average person is going to do and then some. Price-wise, what are we talking about here with these? This watch I got used on eBay because I knew I was going to beat it up and I was going to mod it. I got it for about $7 or $8. So on the cheaper end of the scale, this is about as cheap as it's going to get. This one, the Casio Duro, the Marlin here. This one, for it being a 200 meter watch, it can easily be had on, I think, eBay or Amazon for about $30 to $50. So you'll get a different strap, a rubber strap with this one. I chose to modify and put a NATO on mine. So for 30 to 50 bucks, it's a killer piece. It's definitely something I would suggest if you're interested in new to divers. That's a classic one to go with. And plus, it's so cheap that even if you decide to wear it as a daily beater, it's still going to be worth every bit of it. The VOSTOK was a little bit more expensive, but not by much. Probably somewhere between $50 and $70. Most people are going to be able to get a VOSTOK shipped to them. It's going to take probably 3 to 4 weeks if you're living in the United States, but it's definitely worth it. It also came with a very cheap bracelet. Don't even bother. Take it off. Take it off and put something else on it because the bracelets are terrible. But for the options of having all 3 of these with NATOs, this just made sense to me. The ones that get the most watch, basically the most wrist time for me is going to be this one because I lift quite a bit during the week, and then the VOSTOK is the normal one. So I hope that kind of explains my methodology for why I went ahead and these were the ones that I chose. I will put the descriptions down on the bottom of the video about what watches these actually are, the actual designations. And then, of course, if there's any questions or anything, please feel free to message me. I am on Facebook and I am on quite a bit of the watch forums, so some people might recognize these watches or recognize some of the modifications that I've done. I appreciate your patronage and checking it out. Feel free to subscribe. We'll see you guys next time. Thanks.